Hello everybody! Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. My mum always told me a saying which is, not everything is perfect. I don't know if she was pointing the finger at me though. But either way, not everything is perfect to each and every individual person. And this will be the subject of this video on Update 25. A good update, and they brought 3 of the favourites from Forza Horizon 3, but not everybody was convinced. There was not a lot of love for this update actually, which was quite surprising. With Update 25 now coming to an end, I delve into what should have been on this update. Running theme of Update 25 was Australia. So let's start with my first car, the JT1, a supercar that was conceived in a shed. Like me. Created off the mind of Matt Thomas, an aerodynamicist. This car actually featured in 3 previous Forza titles, but mysteriously disappeared. Boasting a 6.8 naturally aspirated V8 mounted in the rear. Producing 500 horsepower in its lightweight body, this thing really flew around the track. It was one of my favourites in Forza 4. I really liked taking it around Catalonia. Due to his expertise in aerodynamics, this car produced a lot of downforce without its spoiler. But that's the JT1. One of my favourites, and I really would like to see it back in the franchise. Next on my list, V8 Supercars. I'm not talking supercars like Ferrari, but race-derived versions of Australian sedans, built to conquer Australia's most fearsome racetracks. Can you remember on Forza Horizon 3 taking one of these mental race cars around Australia? I feel that's what Forza Horizon 4 is actually missing. I can't pick one in particular because they're all incredible and there's so many to list, but yes, the V8 race cars, I'm really surprised that these weren't added on the update. Next up, Ford Falcon XR8 V8 Supercar. Yeah, I pretty much talked about V8 Supercars just a minute ago, but I couldn't go without speaking about this car in particular. Featuring on Gran Turismo since Gran Turismo 3, just adored driving this car. It was great fun, it handled really well, and it just looks mental. As it features on Gran Turismo, I don't know if it's possible to get it in the game, but that is one car that I just used to idolise as a kid. Housing a 5-litre V8 that produces 610 horsepower. This car would tear up all of the British roads, so I reckon it would be an amazing addition. Next up, the Brabham BT62. An insane track car made by Brabham Automotive, brainchild of David Brabham, the son of late great F1 star Sir Jack Brabham. This mental creation was powered by a 5.4 naturally aspirated V8 engine. Producing 691 horsepower, this car wasn't just a looker, it really went. Only 70 were created to honour 70 years in racing. Already making its way onto grid, I would love to see this on Forza. Do you know what? It would be amazing to take this around the roads of Britain. Navigate all of the twisty bends and doing all of the speed zones. I think this would be a great competitor against the Ferrari 599XX. Hopefully we get to see this in the future for Forza franchises. But now for something really different. FPV F6X 270. That's right, an Australian performance SUV. Powered by a 4-litre inline-6 engine, producing over 350 horsepower. This SUV was no slouch, it got to 60 in under 6 seconds. If you've never heard of it, well, I can't blame you, because unfortunately not many were made. Only 229 were ever made because of the fuel consumption. It was very bad. Forza, we don't really care about the fuel, so it would be perfect for the settings we have in this game. Just imagine it on a cross-country event. It would be mental. So that is one of the cars I would love to see in this game. Okay, this one will surprise you. The Mitsubishi Ralliart Magna. Mitsubishi Japanese is not Australian, eh? Quite contraire, mon frere. Car was built by the Australian division of Mitsubishi. Taking a lot of inspiration from the Evo 6, this car really looked the part. Powered by a 3.5 V6, producing 241 horsepower. Fortunately, it didn't get the popularity it deserved, only 500 were ever made. Maybe it's a little too close to the Evo to include in the game, but because of how rare it is, it would be nice to see it, and show gamers a little gem that was forgotten. Right, on to my last one. Probably go on for much longer because Australia has produced some amazing cars. Let's throw in one that no one is gonna know, and that is extremely rare. The Bolwell Nagari. Conceived from the mind of Graham Bolwell when he was on a working holiday to Lotus in the UK. Taking inspiration from Lotus's approach to making things lightweight. Using light materials, the car only weighed 920 kilograms, and threw in a Ford V8. The car was producing 330 horsepower from that lightweight car. Imagine taking one of these cars around a track, it would just be in another realm. Only 100 cars were produced, and they also made 18 convertibles on top. Wouldn't imagine Forza actually adding this car to the game, but come on, they added the GT70, which was actually rarer, so never say never. And that's it for my list. If I'm honest, I took a lot of inspiration from Eric Ship 111 on this video. I will link his video below. But that's it for another video. If you have any other cars to add to the list I've already made, please feel free to drop them down in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what you can suggest. If you liked my video, please drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, just do anything you can. Even show it to your mum if you would like. And thank you so much for watching. But until next time, cheers and gone, but not for too long. Cheers!